Jambo Radio, inspiring transformation.
What you need, what you want. Give me everything that you got. Oh, we were born in the slums. Gotta thank our dad and our mum. So don't take this life for granted. It's gonna drive you crazy. No if, buts, or maybe. You're a 90s baby. When I was younger, I thought I was gonna make it by 18. Failing is my nightmare, so I'm trying to live my daydreams. Back in high school, they used to laugh at my raps, but I bet those same girls are gonna want my autograph. Full of crap, picture that, they can frame it. Remember thinking everyone gonna love me when I'm famous. Looking to the future, that's so raving. Now I'm only focusing on music and the payment. Road that I'm paving, took a while still. Every day chilling with Ben, we were thinking about the bills. All my guys were trying to make it, we were doing it for the thrills. Didn't know the road to riches had so many hills. They older me, I'll tell you stay focused. Focus on the music, don't focus on the notice. And know this, you're gonna be hot for many moments, but even when you drop, please remember you're the coldest. What you need, what you want. Give me everything that you got. Oh, we were born in the slums. Gotta thank our dad and our mum. So don't take this life for granted. It's gonna drive you crazy. No if, buts, or maybe. You're a 90s baby. I used to watch Tracy Beaker. Now I trace the beat, putting bass in the speakers. We never really had faith in the healers, but we put our faith in the hands of the dealers. Bunning on the reefer had me in the grip. It was hard to stay on point with a joint on my lip. Mary Jane used to be my little side chick. Every time we kissed, my mind blew like I was crib.
First came down, she can't take her eyes off me. The only time I'd ever been seen. Then the second came down, into my eyes she drew. Picture of how she'd make all of my dreams come true. Come on, pull me closer, cause I know that it's fire it up, 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 fire it up. Bang, rolling, like fire it up, 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 fire it up. Come on, pull me closer, cause I know that love me down. No God beneath my soul.
Big brother, innit?
I will try my best.
Welcome.
We are back.
Better than ever.
Better than ever. We got our guest here today. So this is our first ever industry professional.
Yeah, like no no
Is
producer.
it?
Yeah, like you were the
Yes,
first,
you were
like
the
back of the
first.
scene, behind the scenes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It's an honor.
Yeah, it's a big milestone.
We got first of many. Honey.
Hello.
Did no one catch how first of many, honey? Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, this is why you're not a rapper.
Hey, don't let
Stick to the
me
mixes,
don't let
bro.
me
Stick
don't
to
let me
them.
get my bars out on you, bro. I used to write bars, bro.
Hey,
I used to write songs. Don't get it twisted, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah. The
have
pen
you
game
ever
was
written a
crazy.
song?
me.
Yeah.
I used to be in a band.
Oh yeah,
Huh?
you told me.
Yeah, I used to
When
be.
you were like 12 or something.
When I was 14, I was in a
14.
band called Anonymous, like MISS at the end.
Anonymous.
I was played drums.
What?
Yeah, I used to play like guitar, bass, drums, piano, but not well at all.
Was it a rock band or just?
We were just like messing around. I was the youngest. They were all like 18, 20, and I was 14.
Just on the drums.
Just learning.
It's like just there, and they let
Yeah.
you be the drummer.
Yeah.
You had the most energy, huh? It
Yeah, it was. No, it was.
Them folks was
We
tired.
weren't around. I don't know, probably a year and a half, 2 years. Like that was it.
Yeah,
But it was good fun.
That's a short shelf. That's a short band shelf life. But hey.
Yeah, I think it was just because they were at the age where you like move
Yeah.
on to like uni, and
Ah,
they
right.
all
Oh,
went
yeah,
to
yeah.
like
Yeah, they're like, when I
music
was
colleges and stuff like that, and I was still like,
16
I've not even
years
done
old,
an
running
exam
around.
yet, so like.
She's like, hey man, I can't replace y'all in the band. It's all good. We forget
Yeah.
this. Hey, we had a good run though.
Yeah, they had
Literally, yeah.
pressure.
emotional times.
Wow, that is interesting. I would have never known that.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
I started playing instruments when I was like 5, so I guess it's kind of
So
always been around.
You was kind of like just made for this music pathway then.
I don't know. I guess it just, it's been sort of like a domino effect. I guess I never knew I was going to do management, but since I've started doing it, it's just felt like so right.
Yeah.
Because I've always had such a passion for business as well. So
Ah,
Kinda like- yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. How you look at management, I like it. Like you are one of the most interesting. Okay, let me phrase that better. Interesting to me, and the
okay,
reason why you're interesting to me is because how you break things down.
okay,
That's very like people who are really, for me anyway, like a sign of greatness is, can you break this apart, put it together, and then re-replicate it. Where was that pitch you were talking about TikTok and a couple of artists and how much time they had to do the same thing over and over again, and how you had to research all them? I was like, oh, she's gonna be a great manager. I'm like, she is phenomenal already. Like she
I hit her up after, and I was like, "Yo, that thing is give me the sauce." Like, what's going on?
yo, if you wasn't
Yeah,
at that, I'm telling you, honey dropped game, and I was like, because for me, like stuff like that with ADHD, like you kind of see the patterns, but for someone to be like, oh, this is a pattern, break it down, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, yo, I'm like, I don't think people understand how much game she's giving them right now for free. Like she's spitting. I was like, nah.
And it's
I
cool.
think it's like I was mentored by these really two great like business people, and they like taught me how to like break things down, I guess, and explain them really well. Not to try and big myself up or anything, but when I was releasing Fire Up with Leif, like I really wanted to try and like execute it, and I'd seen it done like quite a few times, and I was like, okay, let's just actually like try it, and then to see it actually work, I was like, oh my god,
yeah, it's
whoa.
like, oh, whoa.
Yeah. And then I actually like built a framework like after that, which is still under lock and key,
Yeah,
but
but it's just a rinse and
It's
repeat
the-
replicate.
yeah, so it's cool to be able to like actually, I don't know, when you see like a formula for something to then like put your own spin on it, it's quite cool to actually see it like all play out. So
Definitely. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Like even at pitch, like that panel, I feel like, props to the other ladies that were there with you, but your outlook and perspective was totally different to them three.
Yeah.
I feel like they were kind of like traditional, and they knew what they had to do, and they're very good at what they do.
yeah, totally.
But just your perspective, most could say maybe because you're much younger than them, but just like Harlequin is saying, it's just the way you actually approached certain things. It was just kind of alien to a lot of people. A lot of people just go, oh. I was thinking about it
Yeah.
after, like I said, like I hit you up and I was like, I never actually thought about, you know, the way you said, like, TikTok is just like maps.
Yeah,
It's
the algorithm.
it's just a
Yeah.
science to it, you know?
Yeah.
Everything.
And it took someone else to explain that to me for the like
for it to click in your
clicking
head,
ahead, and it wasn't even in a music context. It was in a marketing context
Yeah.
for business, and I was like, well, it's
Yeah.
just the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
to me, I look at releasing like a single the same as putting out a product. You just have to think of it that way. Like,
Literally.
Fuck, I love Honey already, bro. I love Honey. We gonna have to talk. Hey. Talk about it. Spin your game. Hey, she's spinning right now.
I feel like this is
Spin
the
your
first
game.
time because normally we have artists here,
yeah.
and me and the artists are normally like, marketing, TikTok,
Yeah.
nah,
Yeah,
get
it's
out of
so
here.
bad.
This is the first
Yeah.
time I've had
Always
someone
like,
that's like,
guys, please,
like,
listen to me. So now, like, you guys are on a wavelength. I'm just like, oh. I ain't gonna
No, but
say
it's
nothing.
so good to like. That's
Nah,
I
it
loved
is.
like being on that panel situation. Basically, for context, the panel was talking about how to use social media essentially for releasing something along those lines. I don't know. That's what I was talking about, and I just wanted to break it down. And I think a lot of people are scared of social media. They don't want to engage with it.
Yeah.
And it is a lot of hard work, and if you're not like that way inclined and you're more like artistic, it's hard to like find the way to like connect the dots and like break through those barriers to actually make it happen.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not a magician. I can't like I can't figure it out for everyone, but you can figure out some way on your own eventually if you know the science behind it, I guess.
Or even if you just watch it. But I mean, I understand. I knew TikTok was the algorithm because I have a friend that work at TikTok, and I was like, oh, and I was like, yo, I need to. And she's like, oh, it's an algorithm. You just have to feed the algorithm. She said, if you do this, I'm like, I'm like, okay, cool. Same with Spotify. Ask someone who works at Spotify, because I'm like, for me, it's like everyone who's on the outside think they understand how the thing is.
Yeah.
But if you know people on the inside, just ask them, what is this thing?
Yeah.
And they will literally, because if they're working in it, like, and they're writing the code for it, they'll tell you, oh, it is this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this, how do I best serve this thing? Oh, this is the way I best serve the thing. Let me do it. And a lot of people, they don't do that, and they think, magically it's gonna. It's like, who's I having a conversation? I think I was having a conversation with someone in the last week. I was like, it's an algorithm. If you serve it, it's gonna serve you back. Like, that's it. It's built to do a certain thing. Feed it that way, and it just gives you what you need.
Yeah, it's like there's certain things that you have to do to make to grab people's attention, and those change. So like at the minute, like the way that people are captioning videos, like you literally have to break it down to like lighting, captioning, filters. What are the like captions that people are actually putting when they upload? Like, it's right down to those tiny things. If you're hashtagging it FYP, you might as well just like kiss that video goodbye, because it's never going to see the light of day.
Oh hell no, because you're not feeding like you have to, and that's, I think back in the
Well,
Yeah, because unless it is directly like related to For You page, then it's not gonna get shown. So I don't know, for example, I did a video.
Notepad.
hey yo,
Do you know,
hey, this is the
I was
game
gonna,
episode.
yeah.
I got a new phone this week, and I was like, I've had like a terrible phone for like honestly 3 years, and I've not been able to like properly upload my own videos for ages. And I was like, oh, do you know what?
Let me try that.
Let me just do that again, and see if I still got it. And then 60,000 views first video, and I was like, oh, she still got it.
Game recognized game.
What did you do? Like,
It was just an annoying video, but I did the 2 hashtag things that directly related to my video. So then it's going to show up on people's For You pages that are looking into that thing. It was not that it matters. It was about Botox, but like,
yeah.
Hey yo,
But
Yeah.
it's
I can
relevant.
get free game right now.
Yeah. No, because it's
we can talk like properly one time, because over message it's not the same. Yeah.
No, definitely, but it's all about relevance, and I think as well, what I've started to notice is like you actually need to be a consumer of the product. That you're like, for example, I don't watch TikToks, so me trying to make TikToks is kind of like,
it don't make no sense to you.
yeah, man. It's like that like grown uncle trying to do rap, but he doesn't understand. He's like, yo, guys, come on, even if you're good,
to my raps.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But then you see, like, there's some older people as well, like, that totally nail it.
Yeah,
That just,
It's like,
yeah. So I'm not even talking about age. I'm just talking about like.
yeah, you just, like,
Have
you're
you
not
ever
on
seen
it,
the-
so it
yeah,
seems
yeah.
so distant from you. Yeah, I get it.
I think like a lot of the time, artists think you need to revolutionize TikTok and make the newest thing, and your video needs to like be the first thing that's ever been done type of thing. Whereas a lot of the time it's just like a really good thing that I saw was a guy who made a very short video. He was in like his PJs or whatever, but he was talking about like the video that you saw someone else make, you can still make because no one else saw you make that video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
kind of clicked to me. I was like, oh yeah, like I don't need to make a complete new video.
Yeah.
But even if you make a video, cool, people are gonna appreciate you making that video. But when I make a video, people are gonna appreciate the fact I made that video as well. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a good example, literally just this past week, there was a girl, she's from like Texas or something, and she did this like country music song, and it was only 30 seconds of the song, like literally verse chorus, and it just blew up everywhere, and everyone's doing covers of it, and since then she's had like 3 record deals like come to her. She's never even recorded the song.
Jeez.
And now she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna put the song out in like the next 2 days. Like, I've been in the studio, I'm gonna get it out. And she just like has obviously worked on that momentum and just like use it to her advantage, which is insane. And it's, you know, social media is not the only way to be successful in music. But
How would you break that down? Like what was it about the video?
the way that she. Do you want?
Is it like a technical? Is it technical? Like
No, first of all, it's
I love this. I love stuff like you. I love stuff like this.
So she's sitting. It's a portrait video. It literally shows from her like waist to her head. It's framed immaculately, so she's like perfectly in frame. It's perfectly lit. You can see everything. She's got a guitar in shot, and she just sings. Like, the audio is like so crisp, and you can hear every single word that she's saying. And then the actual like lyrics of the song are great. Like, it's just very catchy, and also her voice like is so like, it makes you stop scrolling because you're like, oh, I've not heard something like this in a while.
I'll try and find the video and like
put it
place
in.
it in the clip.
So, gotta be good at what you do.
Yeah, you gotta be. Yeah, like
she was, everything else was auxiliary, but the fact that her voice caught everyone,
yeah.
that's the key thing. So y'all gonna replicate this. Make sure you can.
You got the
You
lyrics
have
to back
something.
it up.
No, you have something to grab the attention of somebody. Cause I think that's the most. That's I think what a lot of people miss out on.
Yeah.
So here's something that I want to throw into the mix as well, because you've spoke about it yourself. So obviously, if you don't know who Honey is, she is, well, you tell the people about you. Who are you? Who are you?
Talk your truth.
Oh yeah, I never did like an introduction. So I'm Honey. I am the director of High Five Management, and which is a music management company, and I manage 2 pop artists. I manage leifcoffield from Glasgow, and I manage Mia Me from London, which is a new addition to the team, but it's going fabulously.
Team growing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big things, you know.
So
big things, you know.
So off the back of that, like going back to pitch as well, you mentioned something that really kind of resonated with me, where essentially there's always this fine balance between social media and music, right? Because you experience with Leif, where like Leif's super funny, like he's just naturally,
y'all gotta watch Leif
funny.
episode. Leif is hilarious.
Yeah, he's just Joker, you know.
Don't give him too much credit. Come on.
Nah. Leif,
His ego will be able to hear though.
I'm gonna give Leif all his flowers, bro. Leif is.
But this is the thing with Leif, like he's good at both. Like he's really good at music and really good at social media. But when he came into when I first found out about Leif, it was like funny videos, and I was like, this guy's hilarious. I followed him. That's how we started chopping it up. But what's your experience of like fans coming in through that and then being like, I'm not interested in the music, and not really converting?
Well, that was a long process, and it was a hard one, and it was a hard decision to make, because we had this fan base of, I think it was about 40,000 people on TikTok, and Leif was getting consistent views of his comedy content, which was good and great, but it was kind of like, you know, he's a serious musician and he wants to be a musician. He doesn't want to be a TikTok comedian or
TikTok musician,
which is like, no disrespect to the
no shade to
the TikTok comedians of the world.
Y'all do your thing. Y'all doing your thing.
But he, you know, wanted to be taken seriously as like a producer, songwriter, artist. So we kind of just had we thought, how do we incorporate the music into the videos, like with still making it funny? I was like, you don't need to just go hard sell on the music. No one likes that. People like you, people like your personality. So it wasn't even like okay, we're gonna do this. It was literally like, we watched other people, we watched what they were doing, and then we tried out some different things. And even some with like, so he did interviews, or like like street interviews with people who have millions of followers in Edinburgh, and
I saw those.
Yeah, but they didn't pop off like the way that like other ones did. So it just took like a lot of trial and error, being like, that worked, that didn't work. Let's just keep posting them, like see what ones work. And he got a lot better at editing them. And honestly, like I was living 3 hours away that past year, and like every single weekend I would come back, and we would go out on the street like 2 days at a time, like Friday, Saturday, and just like record these videos. And probably like 60% of them have never seen the light of day, which makes me so sad, because some of them are hilarious, and then Leif would just be like, no, I don't want to. There was like the one with Bash, we almost didn't post, and it ended up getting millions of views and blowing up the song. But I was like, no, we need to post it. So
why would you not post that one?
He just didn't think, because obviously that, like, there's the long uncut version.
Right.
So I was like, no, you just need to edit it this way.
Right.
And ended up working, I guess. And yeah, it was just kind of like from then, and to keep promoting, like we promoted for so long. I think we promoted from August to February. That was like the whole release time of one single and the headline show. And then when people actually that sounds silly, but like when people actually came to the headline show, and we were like, we don't know any of these people here. It was like 150 people. That was crazy, and people singing back the songs and stuff. So it did work, and I hope it continues to work. So yeah,
it was a good strategy though as well, because obviously we bumped into the street, and it's like it was like a great mix of selling the music but also entertainment, because basically there were
that was for only fascination.
The strategy around it.
Yeah, so this one didn't actually go as well as Fire It Up, but it was still like funny to do, and we still did get some traction on them. But Only Fascination, because the letters of Only Fascination are OF, we started saying, we'd go up to people and go, or Leif would go up to people and go, what would you do if you found out your boyfriend or girlfriend had OF on their phone? Just for a little bit of a giggle, and catch them off guard and be like, that's the name of my new song. No, I would never. Game over. When we got you with that.
And it was good though, because it didn't tell me like what they were gonna do. So obviously I'm thinking they're asking me, what would I do if my partner had OF? And I'm like, that's
over. It's over.
And then he was like, no, my new single, Only Fascination. I'm like, right. You know what I mean? So that was cool, and it was like a mix of you know, bringing his humor and entertainment, plus also selling his music. Yeah. Someone told me something as well. I was talking to Alex Romance, and he told me, like, you literally need to earn the right to sell to someone, to sell your music. So almost entertain them enough that you can actually start being like, hey,
yeah, this is
what I want you to actually,
yeah,
you know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's
what's
kind of
gonna-
like, I mean, as a manager, like I do get quite a few emails of people like asking to be managed, and it's like, if like,
Hey, you didn't have to air me out like that.
no,
I was in confidence, like, what?
no, when I time out, no.
Come on, man, just this is live. Air me out.
Oh,
She was gonna talk that talk as well. She
no, that wasn't what I was gonna say.
Hey, I'm joking.
Yo, this has to get.
Nah.
No, this. Please, hey, if any edit reaches, please, this one has to.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Nah, I'm only messing.
I was gonna say people who are in like indie and rock bands like hit
my
me
God.
up all the time, and I'm like, but that's
Yeah.
not the genre that I work in.
Yeah,
I can't help you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Now that makes sense because I was joking.
it
You know I was
wasn't that
joking,
funny.
bro.
Come on.
No,
I was actually
see how
joking.
my brain works? My brain is silly. So like, I heard it the first time, and then now I'm playing it back in my head with both of y'all reaction. So my first reaction was me laughing like that is hilarious. Then the second reaction I'm laughing at is like his face.
We're like, oh,
your
damn.
face.
Nah,
And then he's just playing.
Mad.
no, it makes sense though. Like, what are the kind of hidden struggles of being a manager? Because
Hidden.
she's like hidden. You see it in my face.
Yeah.
The hidden is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking about Botox earlier.
Yeah.
Hidden is
No, I'm
crazy.
joking.
I mean, from the outside looking in, because like as industry people, we understand. As an artist, I understand that we can be a handful, right? But from someone, maybe someone's watching you and being like, "Oh, I would love to be a manager," you know. So what kind of maybe pros and cons, let's say, and tips on how
Don't
to
do it. No, I'm
overcome.
joking.
Avoid it.
Just stop
Don't
while you're
start,
ahead.
Don't start.
No. It's like a journey. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, the way that I got into it was I was like volunteering at my friend's management company, like just seeing how they did things.
Right.
And I would help do like hair and makeup. I would help with content plans, like just helping wherever I could and just seeing how things worked out.
Right.
And then lockdown hit, and I was like, let's just like, Leif came to me in 2021, I think it was, and asked me to manage him because he'd been dropped by previous management. And I was like, do you know what? Why not? Like, I helped him with social media and stuff, like for when he first started releasing. And I was like, do you know what? Why don't I just full on manage him, see how it goes? And now it's like 3 years later. But I would say pros and cons are, you have to be very self-motivated. It's very expensive, as just music in general is expensive. Being a creative is expensive. It's the same struggles because, like, I need to network further afield in order to make progress. I've kind of found, like, you start off networking locally, and then, you know, you expand. But, you know, traveling further afield and a lot is expensive. Going to festivals, that's all expensive, and then you have to educate yourself. Like, I did music management courses. I invested in myself. Social media courses. There's a lot of like money that I took a year and a half to just basically spend money on myself and my knowledge, and like meeting other people being like, tell me everything you know.
And it's impressive as well because she's like young, like she's like mad young. She's like a pop. So yeah,
I'm not easily
Kudos.
impressed, but no, genuinely, because like I think a lot of this is just my own thoughts on a lot of, well, especially from what I see a lot with upcoming artists, like they don't, especially when they want a manager, they don't invest in themselves to get a manager. They think, oh, the manager's gonna come and solve everything.
Yeah.
And the amount of times I've had conversations with people, because I used to manage and I said I'm not gonna do that. Like, for someone to get me to manage them, you have to be so. You have to work way harder than me, and the last person I managed was the only person that did that. But for me, it's like they expect the manager to just solve everything. Like it's gonna be figured out, and it's like I need to see you do the. I need to see how hard you're willing to work.
I mean, for me, the artist has to, in order to have management, you don't just want to be like you started like making music yesterday. Like you've got to actually have some sort of like foundation, and I will only manage an artist if I can add value to them, and same that they like. I don't know, add value to me is the right word, but like it's a reciprocated investment. We are both investing a lot of time and a lot of money in this relationship, so we have to be like 100% on it. So I think that's why you don't just want to like manage a random person. Like you want it to be someone that you know well, that you know like you can work together, you can go through like good and bad times. Like there's a lot of emotions involved in music, like going and doing like festivals, you're like on such a high, you're like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then to like the months of like through December where like the whole music industry seems to shut down.
What the hell, bro? Like
Mariah Carey defrosts and everyone else goes back inside.
Mariah Carey and Wham and everyone else goes home. What's the other one? Slade. Yeah.
What one's that?
Oh, I wish it could be Christmas.
Banger.
They come out.
Crazy.
Everyone else.
Yeah, everyone inside.
Now, I think that's a good point though. Like
till February, music matters.
No.
Yeah.
I know my distributor like sent me an email being like, "This is like our festive times. The office shuts down for a while." I'm like, "Yeah, sound."
Jeez. Now that's a good point that you made about like relationship, because two good points. One, for artists, like you don't need a manager. You don't like
until you get to a certain point.
Until you get to a certain point, obviously you don't need a manager. You do need a manager at a certain point, but if you're getting one show every 6 months and you're not making
reevaluate.
It's like
you're not making even £50 a year for music.
You need to know what your goals are as well. Like, is it to like release a project? Do you need someone to like help you execute the project? Like, do you need help getting contacts? Because like Phoebe made a good point on that panel at Pitch about like you can just like make a manager's email like
100%
for your artist to make it look more professional, which is fair enough.
I was my own agent for like years.
And
it's management,
you know.
Management at whatever.
I'll just use my real name, but they refer to me as Pac, innit? By the time you found out I've got the show, it doesn't matter.
I know, like a lot of like more like really successful artists, a lot of their managers are like people who are really close to them, like their best friends that they've gone to school with, or like even their partner. I think Lady Gaga's manager's her husband.
J. Cole manages his boy from Jump.
Oh really?
It's
I've met the team.
It's Adele's husband.
No. Her boyfriend is Rich Paul.
Rich Paul. He's like an agent for like
he's the
NBA.
Agent. That's LeBron's. Right. That's LeBron's guy.
Yeah.
Like LeBron is the best. Like, it's the best execution of a whole team go eat together. Like Maverick, Rich, everyone around LeBron, they've been friends since LeBron's 18, bro. And he's like, alright, cool. Look, I got this much. Let me put in to make sure the whole. I thought Barry was looking at me more.
He's like making faces.
LeBron got the whole team together, and by him like make sure that everyone eats together. Like like they don't have to look for him for handouts. It's like, alright, cool. I'm gonna give you this. Invest, do it. Like Rich Paul now, he's like his sporting agency's one of like the best sporting. Clutch Sports is like crazy. So,
that's kind of what a manager kind of does, you know, like brings that energy together.
The team sort of vibe. It's interesting now, like having two artists on my roster, because they're both like very different. Like both came about like so differently. Me and Leif were like friends before, but we weren't like best friends like we are now. And then that that relationship just grew into like manager, artist, best friend. Whereas Mia's come along after she saw my interview, and then we met and we just like got on so well, which is like that's such a like major thing for me. Like we have to just be on like the exact same page, and I feel like I'm quite good at that, like judge of
energy and
the character, because that week after my music managers forum interview came out, I had like 3 girls maybe like ask me to manage them. I had like meetings with them all, and I was like, do you know what, I think maybe now is the time to like take someone else on. And then Mia came out of nowhere and she like performed at Wireless, like she had 2 record deals, and like I was like, and we we got on so well.
You know what? Let me see if I can put my foot over here. No. Let's see what.
And her voice, guys, her voice is insane. It's like insane.
But see this though. See this is the energy that you need from a manager.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. They gotta be your biggest fan.
And you can't fake that, because like sometimes you get managers who are just doing their job, but you need someone who's actually passionate about the music as well.
Yeah.
Because you can walk around town and shout her name and shout Lace's name and be like, yo, these artists are amazing. And that passion is what people feel, you know what I mean? It's not you just being like, oh yeah, they're cool, check them out.
Yeah.
You got to believe in the product.
You got to believe in,
absolutely.
like in the person, not even the product. Like,
but the
music aside,
it's the
you
whole
need
thing.
to believe in the person and want them to actually grow, because the product could start off.
No, but when I'm saying product, I'm talking like the whole everything together. Like,
I'm just kind of differentiating, because sometimes like for people watching who might have a friend who does music and they don't believe in the product, which is their music, but they believe in the person, you need to understand that you can grow that, you know. So if you do want to be your friend's manager and you truly believe in them, go for it. But just understand that, like you're saying, it's a learning curve of energy and stuff.
And like I guess being the manager, part of it is like connecting the dots for them, like leveling up, you know, artwork. Like, are they working with great producers? Are they not? Like, I just you don't want them to be getting ripped off because they live in London. Like, you want to like just connect them with people who are making good music so they can put out great music as well. Like it's very Why are you
because you say you don't want them to get ripped off because they live in London. I was like, I'm from London, by the way, so London has
but sometimes see, because London is different because there's so many record labels and things like that, and
so much of everything. It's just
so like people are used to getting paid because of the record labels, and then
you'd be surprised, depending, because interestingly enough, in London people are so used to trying to figure out studio time and collaborate with everyone that's only after they get to a certain point where the payment is expected. It's kind of weird.
Like
it's a weird space, but hey, London's got a soft space in my heart, man. Like,
no, I love London, don't get me wrong. Like, I have met some of the most amazing women in music in London, and they have really like put me on. Like, I will be forever grateful. Like, people just want to help you there
in London. I'm telling I was forged there. That's why I'm like this up here. Like, I'll put everyone.
People don't want to help, as I don't want to.
I'll help.
Be disrespectful, but people in London really want to help. Like, especially like.
Don't care, bro. I'm helping you if you.
Supportive like women that are like insane. They will like do whatever just to help you, and it's not a big deal.
Because you think I know what it in London. I think anyway, from me, my perspective of it, it's like we don't lose anything by helping someone. And to be honest, like everyone who's in where they've got to, they got help from someone. So like I have a mentor, and her name is Jacqueline Pelham, right? JPL. She is one of the like dopest person ever. Like anytime I speak about her, people are like, oh, you know, I'm like, hey, that's the big homie right there, man. She's like, and she's so awesome, and her whole ethos is like paying it forward. So like, as long as you reach out and ask her for help, she'll help you. Like she doesn't care about getting anything on the back end. Like a lot of the stuff I've gotten through PRS, and even the people I know through PRS, is because I know her. Like certain places and rooms I've gone in, like just because of the weight of her alone. I'm like, yo. So like even when I'm in, like even
it's such a like domino effect. Like I was at a music conference and I was watching this panel. It was a PPL panel, And then the woman that was interviewing Miss Banks, I was like, she was great. I loved her. Like, her energy was so amazing. And then I went to the Unknown Tea gig after, and she was there again. And I went up to her and was just like, oh, I just like really enjoyed your panel. Like, I just think your energy is like amazing. And then she just reciprocated that energy right back. And she's like, I don't know. She's like, she works for PPL, and yeah, she just completely reciprocated like this energy back to me. It was like, look, I help like young like industry like people, women, if you want help, like here's my card, like just, and then it happened, and it's like been an amazing like
just reach out, like that's it.
Like it's been so great.
Like what was I was like Resonate, when was it? Yesterday was Thursday, right?
Yesterday was Thursday.
And an artist was speaking to me, and they're like, if I've done all that you have done, no, I did that on purpose, don't worry. I felt like I was too high up, you know. I felt like I wanted to.
Oh, he's like the king on his throne.
Hey man, I'm in the hot seat. I was like Resonate, and an artist was like, if they had like if they've done what I've done, they're like, I would be bragging to the world, and that you don't brag. I'm like, honestly, I don't feel the need to brag. Like, it's just for me, like I don't see the point in saying, oh, I've done this, I've done it. Bro, like, come see me where I have to shine, and then you can dictate. From you seeing me, you can value, okay, this person is really as good as they say they are, or they're not as good as they say they are. Because like, it's like, you will see it straight away. But I was like, I don't feel a need to, because it's like, especially coming from London, like everyone's done something. Yeah. Everyone's done something with somebody, who's somebody.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, oh man, yeah, I've done this. I ain't done nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I've had my homie mix Red 32. He mixed Red 32's album Growing Over Life. He's part of the whole mixing team and that. My boy just done piano for Tyler's album. Everybody knows somebody who's somebody in London. So for me, it's like, I don't feel the need to brag. And then even coming up here, I'm like, I never felt that need to brag. For me, it's like, I just want to help people. Like, that's just how we are. Like, I think though, because we're further away from London, it's expensive to get to London. Not everyone can afford that. Not anyone's people here haven't grown up seeing that type of thing and those type of opportunities. So to be presented with something like that, it shows you that it is possible. So I think there's like a fine balance of, you know, making people aware that you can do whatever you set your mind to, and you can be around those people. You're allowed to be in those rooms. Like, there's so many people who have done cool things that you can be around. Because I think some people, they don't, like, people need to have confidence in themselves that they can be in those rooms, and that's something that I really like would love to champion more, is that like, you can go and have a coffee with whoever you want. Like, if they're willing to. Obviously, you can't force someone to have a coffee with you. No one's gonna say no to coffee. It's free drink. Like, hey, lo, you got 5 minutes in your lunch break. I want to buy you a coffee. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I've had some weird situations happen. They weren't females, but no, just I mean, like people are just more like, some people are a bit more reluctant to help, and then they create like a really awkward situation. Like, oh, I'm DJing, but like, I'll speak to you in between. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit no. Like, hell no. But there's like loads of things like that happen. You just have to keep on moving forward in the direction. Eventually you end up at your destination.
I like that. Yeah. Oh man. Nah, that's
a cutthroat like industry. Like, at the same time, like we're saying, like, there's loads of people that want to help. There's loads of people who don't. There's loads of people who just want to brag and talk blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, they're usually not the people who are at the top.
That's true.
They're usually the people like who have to almost big themselves up, you know, and just create a bigger image. Like, I'm sure you guys have met someone who's bigged themselves up, but then you later learn that they're not really. They're not really that guy or that girl. And in hindsight, you kind of feel bad for them. You're like, oh, they were just doing that because they're not that
They feel
guy.
like they
Yeah.
They feel like they
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah.
But now you're in the same room as them, and you're like, bro, chill.
like-
You need to find the people that are doing the doing, not
the
Not
doing
talking.
talking.
they do the things like
Exactly. The people who ain't talking, that's sitting in the back, that's like the owner of Universal. So,
Yeah,
you know
you
what I
want-
mean?
yeah, yeah.
He's not going to go around and go, hey, I'm the owner of Universal. No, he's going to sit in the back, observe, whatever. If you come to him and he feels it's right, or her, and they feel it's right for them to disclose that to you, then they will. But yeah, but I feel like what you were saying is very true, because like you're coming from perspective of being from London, where everyone's someone kind of thing, you know what I mean? When it's up here, it's like you kind of do need to champion yourself and kind of puff your chest out a bit more,
why?
to the extent where
Not-
people can actually
yeah.
you know, I don't know, maybe take you a bit more serious
But why?
or
No,
No, but
differentiate.
there's
That
such a
don't
culture
matter.
in Scotland of like, oh, that's embarrassing, that's a redneck, like why
Yeah,
would
yeah.
you do that? Like, I remember my English teacher, when I was in 4th year and I was going up to volunteer at a creative industries festival. This is when I was like just like getting into like the whole music thing. This was like a crazy opportunity to just go
How
and like
old is 4th year? How old is 4th year? Is that like 6 or 7?
16.
15, 16.
It's high school.
So it'd be
So
like,
yeah. 6 or 7, me like
it'd be like
no.
year 3 or something.
No,
Oh,
no,
so
no, it'd be
grade
like
five?
you're
9th grade, 10th grade,
what? We're talking grades? What's
Yeah,
the English
because-
system?
grade 1.
Because
grade
they
2, grade
finish
3, grade
primary
4,
school in what we
grade
call
6.
I thought you call it year 13. Is that not? That's like, what's that?
We go up to 12th grade.
And then what happens after that?
We go to college at 16. And then
So we
do
finish
2
primary
years in
school.
college, and we go uni at 18, 19.
Okay,
so
you
we
do,
finished
like,
primary
first year of
school
college and
at primary 7, right? But primary
yeah, that's
7 to
year
them,
6.
that's
first
the
year.
first
First
Okay,
year, that's first year. Yeah.
So, okay, so I was I was younger than that. Then I was in 3rd or 4th year. I was like
Yeah.
15.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all that matters.
Okay, cool. So like 10th grade, 10th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Year 10.
And like I just remember my teacher being like, "You've got exams coming up, like your prelims this year. Like I can't believe, like you're going like him properly just like talking down on like the opportunity." And it's like now that I'm an adult, I'm like, that was so stupid. Like why were you like trying to discourage a 15-year-old from going out and like getting work experience? So yeah, shout out Mr. Bain.
Whoa, Mr. Bing. Hey, look, my favorite
at him
actor in Friends is Chandler Bing. So the fact that his last name was Bing is,
I'm joking.
what's his first name?
Oh no, I do know his first name. I'm not gonna say that.
We ain't gonna do that.
Of course you know.
Of
course you know.
What school do you go to then?
No, my school was like in the countryside, like it was in the middle of nowhere.
No one's gonna know Mr. Bing.
No, but
No,
people,
everyone knows.
bro, people,
Everyone knows
people in the
Mr. Bing.
area know.
Yeah.
There's only one Mr. Thing.
Everybody knows.
Say it 7 times.
If you know honey like that,
You know Mr. Bing.
But it's always that one teacher.
Oh
always
man,
that
there
one
was about
teacher.
7 of them.
And the thing is, you always know their first and last name.
Oh yeah.
Anytime they're like, "Who you talking to?" Bro? Hey, what? I'm Mr. Shut up, Robert. Don't talk to me like that.
Hey,
No, but what I'm saying is, I feel like in Scotland there's quite like that redneck culture that isn't just like, it's not just young people that perpetuate that. It's goes all the way into like people who are older. I don't know why. I just feel like it's so, I don't know if it's insecurity, but I just feel like a lot of people are lacking confidence to know that they can pursue their dreams. And I would,
projection. Like if you
Yeah,
think about
like-
it, like this adult is seeing you follow your dreams and be passionate about something which maybe they've not done, and they're just like, "Ah, that's not the real world, you know. You need to get a job. You need to do this, you know.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know. It's
So you can
interesting.
understand sometimes, and that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, I don't like holding grudges or even, you know, look down on people who haven't helped me, because I'm like, maybe at the time when I needed that help, you want the person to
help
provide
you,
that.
yeah.
You know, maybe I thought you were, but
Yeah.
you didn't give me that help because you knew you couldn't. You know, and now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, there wasn't anything you could do
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, yeah.
You know, I needed to do that myself.
Yeah. That's actually an important point. Like, I think there's so many, like, in music there's lots of conferences, there's lots of performing opportunities.
Yeah.
You got to think about your release plans, you got to think about where you put your money. Is it in PR, is it in the artwork, is it in the production? Like, there's only so much money that can go around. Where do you spend it as like a new artist? And it just feels like so much pressure. And I think I've completely lost my train of thought.
There's just so many voices.
Yeah, no. No, yeah, there's
Just take a sec. Just
there's so much.
figure out.
Water?
No,
Nah, she'll figure out.
what were we saying before that? What were you saying?
I was talking about how sometimes you think people can help you,
But
but
they
you
can't
need
help
to
you.
kind of get it yourself. And
Yes, that's what I was going to say. So many different things, so many different opportunities, and I think it's important to realize, because there's so much rejection that happens, that one single thing isn't going to be the thing that breaks you.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just one silver bullet necessarily, it's a myriad of things coming together. Very like prestigious manager once told me that, you know, 20 years ago it used to be like fitting 4 puzzle pieces together and then you'd make it. Whereas nowadays it's like, if you fit together, there's 80 puzzle pieces, and if you can fit 20 of them together, then that's, you are the equivalent of Fontaine's DC.
Right.
So fitting 80 together, you're Justin Bieber, Adele.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
AC/DC.
So there's so many different, it's like a spectrum, like
Right.
there's so many different parts. You can go international, you can still make money being like a national artist as well. Like there's
Yeah. And
it's
kind of
not
going
just-
back to what we were talking about as well, like the introduction of things like TikTok has just like made that even messier and more confusing, because you could literally sit in your room, you started making music last Tuesday, right? You've got a raw talent, you make a video, and now you have 1 million views. Now you have record labels hollering you. Now you have this, and from just like that,
yeah.
it's like you're in it, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't think that was as accessible, you know, 40 years ago. Like
No.
40 years ago,
Was TikTok
It was people sending CDs
No.
to the record labels.
Yeah.
Like, do you know?
I ain't gonna lie, I miss those days, bro. I miss those days.
How old are you?
127. Nah,
No,
as in,
no.
as in, no, like I'm like, as in, I miss.
all right, Gramps. All right.
Hey man,
I
I miss.
I miss
those
when a pint of
days.
milk was 20p.
Nah, yeah, you messed up. Nah, as in the sense that
When cigarettes were £5.22.
in the sense of
All
This
right,
goddamn inflation, man.
nah, I forgot my train of thought.
Mine was in a Cold War. Listening to the
Cold War is crazy.
Listen to the what do you call it?
I miss the nostalgia of it, like because to get a CD done, you actually had to like invest time into studio, invest time and all of that into like working on your craft, because burning the CD is not like it's long, so like you had to put the
You want it to be
Final.
more difficult?
no, as in to do that, to make the effort of going in, to put the effort into burning the CD. I'm talking from like a engineer production end. To put the effort of burning into making the CD, like you had to put time into your artistry. Because you know, man, this thing that I'm creating at
It's
the
gonna
end,
cost.
you know what I'm saying? You had to put time in your artistry. Now it's like, oh man, let me just get Logic, make some. Put
Yeah, but
some-
you know what's mad? Like, so see how we have distributors
Yeah.
that put your music on all the streaming platforms. Before, distributors used to be like buildings that would house your CDs. How crazy is that? So you're literally paying for like space in this room for your CDs, and then if you didn't sell out, then they just keep charging you for like
Yeah.
all the space that you're taking up. Like
Yeah.
mad time.
But at the same time,
That's the end. I miss the nostalgia. It's like I miss when people actually cared more about their artistry.
yeah. At the
you
same
think
time,
people
'cause
don't care?
I think people don't care.
What do you mean?
not
Like,
everyone,
I
because if you
don't-
think
I
of
genuinely
that,
don't
that
think people don't care.
of what you just said, right? If I'm an artist and I do that and I don't sell my 20 CDs.
I'm finding a way to empty that whole joint out.
I'll either know I need to work harder to sell it out, or I'll know that was trash.
Yeah, like
don't give
it's
that.
Not even.
Don't put that out again. So my next project, I'm like, okay, this needs to be better. This needs to be a lot more, focused in some way. Whereas now it's like, if you put it out and it gets, 2 views, it doesn't matter. You're gonna think, let me put out the same thing. Or if you put it out and you have, what I see a lot of the time is like people just have like a large group of friends or family who are gonna stream your things to 1,000. Doesn't mean it's good,
Yeah, but I think in the grand scheme of things, getting like 1,000 views or a couple thousand views, like, it doesn't really affect anyone. Like, you're not gonna make money from that.
Hey man, that 0.00037.
Yeah, that 0.006 pence really gonna do wonders for you.
Hey, that compounds over a couple years. Woo! You
get that in the S&P 500 right now.
No, but what? I think
I'm gonna explain what I mean.
What I mean is like, it's not an issue. It's not a problem. You should do it. Like, don't stop making music just because you're not getting views or whatever. But I think what I was getting from what you were saying is like, the ease has. I'll say it bluntly, right? And I've said this before. I feel like in every scene there are a number of artists who aren't that great, but are being pushed as if they are, and that just comes from the fact that they're active, not the fact that they're actually putting something into it. And the ease that we have to make music is what makes people be like, well, who cares? I'll just post this track because it's gonna get me a show, or I'll just post this track because it's gonna get me on a playlist, as opposed to being like,
I mean, it's people have different objectives with music though. Like, not everyone's trying to be, a poet with their music. Some people are wow, that album is great.
I haven't listened to Kendrick's album, so let's not talk about Kendrick. Okay, we are not going to talk about Kendrick's album.
Leave.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh yeah.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, leave.
No.
Bye.
No.
Why are you still
You're
talking?
not
But then
just kick him out, like.
Both of y'all look at me with such disdain. No, there's a reason why. There's a reason why.
Yeah, that.
But there is
long.
a reason why. Every time a new album drops of an artist, I really like mess with.
You don't want other people to play it for you.
I don't because the first thing.
So that's why you've waited so long to hear it, so you can hear everyone's opinion.
Yeah, because the first few weeks, everyone's like, "Oh my god, this." All I've heard so far is "Mustard." I'm like, "Oh, bro."
No.
Yeah, you want
No,
to.
I know, but I know it's
song.
Kendrick. Like, cause what I did wrong, like when he put out Mr. Morale and Big Steppers, I listened to it on the same day with my friends. We all sat and had a Kendrick listen.
Okay. No, I feel like you need to do stuff like that in solitude for sure.
And I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was like, I can't do this to the next album. Every time when J. Cole drops, I wait. Every artist I jam with, like, I wait.
His album's so good as well.
See, I haven't listened to that yet. Him and Kendrick are gonna
might delete later. You've not listened to that?
Hey. Oh yeah, that's the last one he did.
Yeah,
with the
That came out this year.
Yeah, no, last year.
No.
Yeah, earlier this year.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Kendrick's thing, I'm like, I'm most probably listening.
It's a prized possession. I get it. I get it.
I'm most probably listening to Kendrick before the new year.
Okay, what were we talking about? So I was saying people have different objectives with music. Same as like when people release like fast fashion and high end fashion, they both have different objectives. One's very much consumerism, overconsumption. One is like quality pieces that you invest in. So I think it's the same in music. Like there's a lot of like club tunes that you'll hear that, like bang for like a month and then it's gone. But that doesn't mean that the track was bad or isn't deserving of its credit. Like people were dancing to it. It was a bit of fun. Like same with comedy, like or TV shows. It was like, yeah, that was fun. Like that was, and then you look back and you're like, that was actually so stupid. Like what was that? Do you know?
I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I agree.
Gangnam
with
Style. Nothing has banged like Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
I can't even lie, yo. You right, bro. I remember that was Oh, that's spun the block so many times.
But it's not on your playlist though.
Oh, no way in hell.
No,
But-
never. I've never listened to
But
that
the
song.
amount of
But
time I've heard that
nothing
song.
went as
Oh, Oppa Gangnam Style.
like at that time you were like,
It's like a
this
snapshot
is
of that year.
amazing.
Oh, at that time I was like, why am I? You couldn't escape it. You couldn't escape it.
Do you know what's funny? So like, Bruno Mars has just done a cover of this Brazilian song,
Right.
and it's like it's on. Okay, I keep going back to TikTok, but it's
Is
on
that
TikTok
that,
right now.
ATP?
No, it's a different one.
No,
He's
okay.
and it is so good. I sent it to my mom. I was like, nothing has sounded like as good as this since Gangnam Style.
That's crazy.
Comparing Bruno Mars.
Gangnam
Gangnam Style.
I think you
crazy.
mean in the
That's a sin.
catchiness and how much it's just slaps.
Yeah.
Oh, it's,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't know what like it. That was the only comparison I could draw, and I will
Is it
show
taken
you
off?
it.
Because I've never heard this song.
Yeah, it's got like 8 million likes on it. Like it's
Yeah?
crazy. Yeah, I'll show you after the.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is, I agree with you. Like, but it took me a while to get to a point where I'm like, every music has its place.
Yeah.
Even think that I think this ain't for me, but every music has its place because there are times where ratchet music is what you want to hear.
Oh, that's what we're calling it.
It is what it is. There's ratchet music. There's a slow, like there's different music where I think every music literally has it. Like I've never listened to traditional Scottish music.
Oh, you're missing out. You never
Well,
been to a Kaylee?
Ah,
It's lit.
So
I've seen a
Kaylee,
Kaylee. I've seen a Kaylee once. I looked at it. I was like, oh, they're just.
I'll show you the
basically
gay Gordons later. I'll like
they're
give you
basically
a,
just line dancing. Like, oh, y'all line dancing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I've seen a
it's
Kaylee
like-
once. I would never say I listen to Kaylee music.
Have you ever seen Highland dancing?
No.
Have you never?
No.
That was like a rite of passage. I feel like at primary school you would
Thank God I didn't come to school here.
not for guys, for girls. Like everyone went to like Highland dancing, and you would like dance on the swords. Like my mum handmade my swords for me to dance.
We're gonna get into that. let my brain end. And we're gonna get into that.
I'm as confused as you.
Did you not know that?
What?
I missed this as well.
Maybe that it was like proper country thing. I don't know.
Maybe it was.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it is though. Like I've seen it in like Highland games. Like I mean Highland dancing's in all the Highland games like around Scotland. In some.
The Highland Games.
That's a Highlands.
That's the Highlands.
No, that Highland games are not in the Highlands. They're everywhere.
But where
Yeah,
did they
but-
originate?
It's like a Scottish like tradition. So like there's Highland games in Glasgow. Like
Then why do they call them the Highland Games?
it's just what they're called. So like they do like caber toss. They do like
I've been to one. It's quite cool.
they do like javelin throwing, and like you just watch
Just, like,
people like
big-
throw stuff.
Burly Scottish men
Yeah.
like
Chucking stuff
Just
in the
throwing
air.
stuff
picking up
around.
a tree. Like
Picking up like a big massive like
That's a
basically
timber.
a log. Throw it, seeing how
sounds
far
like
they can.
lumberjacks.
And then they'll like throw like a big like metal thing as far as they can.
It's
and
it's
then
like
there's Highland
Scottish
dancing.
Olympics type of thing.
That just sounds like the
But
Olympics.
it's not.
I don't know if you can call it the Olympics, but
yeah.
then there's like Highland dancing, which is like
Dancing on swords.
dancing on swords or just dancing, and then they have like these really bright coloured like kilts and stuff.
Where is it you grew up? Like what
Country.
town? Yeah.
Northeast of Scotland. Like so
Like where?
me
Where?
How much people was in your
Edinburgh?
village?
500.
Bruh, she grew up on the.
I didn't
edge of
even grow
nowhere.
up. No. I didn't even grow up in the village. This is the thing, right? So if I say to people I'm from Aberdeen,
This was a tribe.
Bro, wait, hold up. So you grew up on the outskirts of the village of 500? Nah,
Of the
bro,
tribe.
you are from
You know what I mean?
way back a yay.
Yeah. They were sitting around the fire like chanting, bro. Like this is a tribe, bro.
Yeah, nah, you
Yeah.
from
don't slate Nidia like that. Come on.
Nah, it's
you
not
from
lit.
way back.
Out there.
from BC.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm older, you old.
Just
So
discovered
if I say
fire.
I'm from Aberdeen, people like
Nah, that's
people who are from Aberdeen City be like, "You're not from Aberdeen, bro." Like,
yeah, nah.
that's far. Like
Yeah, that's how I know you were from way back.
Yeah.
If you
So there
from
was,
the
like-
town and they say you ain't from there,
Nah, you ain't from there.
yeah, it's like there's like the town where my school was, like my
Right.
high school, and then there's like the village, which is 20 mintes away, and then I don't even live in the village. I live like 10 minutes out of the village, in the middle of a field.
that's why your teacher was discouraging them dreams. He's like, nah, you
no,
in the village.
Music. That's the
music?
Hey,
crazy talk.
Harry, just Harry,
Yeah.
the rapper. He's from the same
Aberdeen.
village.
The same one.
How mad is that? We met
Both
in
of them made
Glasgow.
it out. Two made it out.
See, when I found, like, we met each other at Size, at, like, a rap gig.
Right.
And I was like, where are you from? And he was like, oh, like, this town.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know this town
Tiny.
outside Aberdeen. I was like, where? And then he's like, oh, like, you know, like, I was living in this place close to Ellen. And I was like, where? And then he said the name of my village, and I was like, no shot. And then he told
What's
me
the
the
name
house.
of it?
New Deer.
Media.
Two of them made. Now, you know what's really bad? They both made it out and they both didn't know each other. That's crazy.
It's
I know.
crazy. Well, I
But
think
there's
he
like
lived there
10 people
longer.
in the village. How do you not know each other?
Well, I know the house. There's like one street.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy though.
Yeah.
Nah, that's mad.
Yeah.
My train of thought did not end.
He,
but I
he went to
love-
a different school, so that's like,
there's-
and then ended
there's
up moving
two
there.
there's two schools in the
schools.
village.
No. There's one primary school in the village. My high school was in a different town.
See, you went to another place. That's why y'all didn't
and then
know.
he went to a different.
See, they.
Do you ever go back? Like,
They didn't converge.
I don't go back very much. I probably should go back more, but I mean,
You made it out.
I don't really have like,
get out.
yeah.
So no one really will know Mr. No, everyone will know Mr. Bing.
Yeah.
Everyone will know Mr.
Everyone.
Bain, trust me.
Bro.
Everyone would know
Like,
because
so-
I realized she's from a village, bro. So the whole village is gonna know.
But he
know
moved
everything.
away like back to St Andrews. He's from St Andrews. I shouldn't really be like doxing him
Hey,
like
yo,
this.
Bing.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I'm gonna send some people to
Nah,
say hi. Hey, I will tell him honey
this is
sent you.
crazy. No, he
Yes.
can't still be. I mean, who knows? Honestly, I didn't say anything bad. I just,
Nah, you didn't. Just said he
he
tried to
just
stop.
crushed my dreams
Exactly,
and
he tried to
made me
stop
question
you
my
from,
entire
you
existence.
from being a
so.
great dreamer. So, I'm gonna send some folks to say hi.
Stop talking.
I'm not gonna do that.
But sometimes you need that though.
No,
Sometimes.
no.
Sometimes
Did
you need
see the
such
look
pressure
she
dreams,
looked
though.
at me?
No,
You'd be
literally.
like,
No, literally.
the villain arc began.
Did you see the look she gave me? And she's like, stop talking. Like, no.
It's like I'm telling you, just stop talking on your own podcast.
He's like,
That's
no,
so crazy.
no. My train of thought still didn't end, and that's the funniest thing that this tangent happened. So, yes, every different.
We are so off the rails. It's crazy.
This is what we do. This is why it's live.
So what
Can't edit
happens?
this. You can't edit this.
Oh no.
This what
This
happens.
is why I was like scared about it being live, because I knew I'd say something
Nah,
stupid.
you don't edit this.
That's
This
what
is-
happens
this
when
is
you
real.
get two industry professionals. Like the artists are supposed to be the mad ones. Like you guys are.
It might
Nah.
You guys are nuts.
I've
bro.
got to keep. You got to keep it professional for like a long
I'm
time.
trying to
It all
like.
comes out. It's like,
rein
oh,
you
yeah.
guys- yeah.
You gotta rate two of us.
Yeah.
No, it's just
I'm
me
always
alone, yeah.
professional. This is my time. No, I feel it.
But yeah, no.
I hear it,
Every music has its place. But when I say like they don't care about their artistry, it's like for me, it's like how much people care about their craft. Like I've asked producers when they send me stuff, I'm like, yo, what's the key of the song? I don't know.
I don't know.
Bro, at the bare minimum, you should know the key of your song. Like, and same with some artists, like, it's like, oh,
Or the
how often
BPM.
how often do you train your vocals? Even if you're not a singer, you're a rapper, how often do you train your vocals? How often do you work on breathing technique?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I mean when I say they don't care about the artistry as much.
But
Not
see,
about the music. Like, the music is, like I said, I know there's music for different
I think
vibes.
way back when, like, that still would have been a thing, and they just never would have risen to the top.
No, they cared a lot. Like, they would have, like, even though they
You probably would have got called out for it more.
Yeah, and even though
But-
they was off their rockers and that Charlie, they had to they had to give a hell about their artistry because like back then money costs, there was more money, so it's like
Yeah.
labels were just giving money. People are like, cool, yo, I need to.
I think Honey's
It is
right in
right.
a sense though. Like, there's probably like, how many artists has there been in the history of music? But how
Too
many? Exactly. But how many do we know? Like,
A lot.
still a lot. But
Yeah, like,
if you think about it, back then when there wasn't TikTok and Instagram and all this thing, there were still people who are probably teachers right now, or
Yeah.
just like whatever.
Yeah.
Who are what you're describing? They didn't
Yeah.
care about their artistry, but
100%.
you never know about them. But I
Yeah.
think now you'd see them on TikTok at least once and be like, oh,
Yeah.
this guy's,
Yeah,
this guy's.
but
crap.
that's what I mean by that. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't.
But it's
but
different.
there's so much more people doing it and trying it because it's so much more visible, and they maybe don't have any role models or anyone in front of them
Yeah.
that's accessible to them to tell them these
But
things too.
everyone's if you are on the internet, everyone's accessible to you.
That's true.
Like if you follow someone, and I tell this to people, bro, if you need my help with something and you reach out, okay, I'm not gonna say I'm the best responder of anything. The best way to get hold of me is calling, and I'm very happy to give out my number a lot because I have a personal number and a work number. I give everyone the work number so you can call me. But like, if you reach out and be like, look, man, I need help with X, Y, and Z, I'll be like, alright, cool. Let me see when I'm free. Alright, let's jump in a call, and everything you need to ask and you need to answer to, I'll give it to you. Because if you've taken the time out of your day to reach out to me, that means a lot, because you didn't have to reach out to me. Like, all the people I've learned from who've been the top of their fields in the game, like, if I reach out, like when I first tried to reach out to like Jason Joshua or something before me and him, like I reached out to him on IG. Like, I reposted something of him and he posted it back. I was like, oh, whoa. I was like, yo, I reached out to him. He's like, that's how the relationship built.
So this is one thing though. So off the back of that, like, while I agree with what you're saying, the fact that accessibility is available is why we're in this position where we think, oh, like, music's not that great because everyone can do it. But the goal was to be more accessible. Like, the goal for music was for it to be more accessible so that a lot more people could reach out to, you know, like, how many collaborations have been made over TikTok or Instagram with someone just shooting a message, hey, look, love your style, you know. But that also comes with the, you know,
what's his name, who just Kalani, the song Kalani. He
Yeah,
ended
Jordan.
up getting Kalani on the actual track. Like, that is crazy.
Some guy from Ireland.
From Ireland,
Don't say some
mad.
guy, bro. It's Jordan, bro. Don't
No,
discredit Jordan like that.
No, I'm not discrediting him, but at one point he was just some guy.
At one point,
you know?
everyone was some guy.
Exactly, that's
Yeah.
the point.
Some person.
Some person,
Some person.
but not every.
Keep it real here.
But not every person can just do that. Like, if it wasn't for TikTok, he might have not got that opportunity. You know.
Nah, Jordan. You did a in-depth review on Jordan.
I did.
You knew
Shout
everyone
out Jordan.
knew Jordan was gonna.
He was
make it
on,
clear.
like, he was determined. Nothing was
Everyone knew
stopping
Jordan
him.
was, like, they thought it was a song before that was gonna be like. I know. I shouldn't say. I don't care. I know this because I spoke to. So he got signed by Ireland, I believe. Atlantic.
That
Atlantic.
just happened though.
Yeah,
Didn't it?
Atlantic. Yeah.
No, did he not just get Island Publishing? Maybe.
No, but he got signed by Atlantic.
Oh, okay.
So the people who signed him to Atlantic, the A&Rs that signed him, I was in an A&R meeting with them and we was chatting, and they were saying, oh, that Joe, who's his manager, who I also know, that they thought, his whole team thought it was a song before that was gonna blow up before Kalani. But then Kalani just like but every song he did before, like, he just, like we were talking about earlier, found a formula and replicated it on everything. That's why his traction just kept going. So when Kalani came out, it's like they didn't even have to worry about it. It's like, bro, we tried and tested this on like 4+ songs. It's worked. It's just like how much traction, like the amount of traction Kalani picked up kind of was like, whoa, it was like unprecedented, because it's like they knew it was gonna pick up traction. It's just the amount it picked up was like, yo.
But he made like, I think it was like 168 videos on the one track. Like,
The
that is
specific
nuts.
number is crazy. Forget Jordan. The fact that she knows the exact number.
The fact that I sat and counted them is another crazy thing.
Hey, man. Hey, obsessed and crazy. There's a thin line between crazy and what?
I don't know. I'm just
Genius.
Crazy and
Nah,
yeah. You're a genius. That's
Oh,
all. No,
thanks.
You are. No,
I think
you
that's
are.
the first time someone's ever said that to me.
No, because so my definition of genius and is different, because I feel like everyone who works hard enough to that point of obsession is a genius.
Yeah, it's like I just have like a want to know why about things.
Yeah, that's the mark of a genius, because like, you have to work hard with a level of obsession that makes sense to nobody else. Like, why are you so obsessed about this? Because like, if you said this to me, if you said this to anyone else, they'd be like, why do you know there's 168 videos? While for me, I'm like, you knew it's 168 videos? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
tough, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's true, because a lot of people think genius is just to do with intellect and how intellectual you are. But
it's like, how hard are you?
How
willing to work?
obsessed are you
Yeah,
with
no,
the,
literally,
with the
because
game?
someone like Kanye, I would class him as a
He's
genius.
a genius, and Kanye's
He's probably not the
is
smartest
obsessed.
person in the world. but he's
Slightly
just-
very controversial at the minute, but
But he's so
bit is-
obsessed with
like,
what he
his
does.
craft,
You know?
Like
Yeah.
even if you look at Kobe Bryant, bro, like I'm
yeah,
a huge basketball
he was like,
fan.
you practice so much that you can't fail. Like you, yeah.
Like he was a genius because, and I tell people like my goal of basketball, I don't care if anyone feels this, it's not MJ, and it's not LeBron, it's Kobe.
It's Bron for me.
Fight me if you want.
It's Bron for
And
me.
the reason why, because Kobe came to the NBA so regular, but all of his hard work made him extraordinary. LeBron came to NBA, everyone knew, oh man, he was gonna kill it. MJ came to the league, everyone, who had he had a 40-inch vert, bro. He was built for the league. LeBron had the body for the
Not
league,
necessarily.
bro.
His
It's a sports podcast.
MJ's brother was
A
meant to be
better,
the
he's a better basketball
bigger
player,
guy.
but MJ came to the
MJ's
league with a 40-inch vert. He had a skill built for basketball. LeBron came with a body built for basketball. Kobe came with 6'6", regular size. That's the average height of a shooting guard. He had no muscle. He had like a regular 28 plus, maybe max 30-inch vert. Everything about Kobe on paper was like, okay, cool. He's good enough to be in the league. All of his hard work and everything extra, that obsession is what made him a genius.
She's like, what's
He's like,
going
what's
on?
happening here? We're talking
Mad.
about geniuses.
Yeah.
So for me, anyone who works hard enough and is obsessed enough is a genius. So you're a genius.
Oh, thanks.
Don't let anyone take that away from you.
Oh, that's really nice. Actually, I don't think I've ever had as nice a compliment as that.
You're a genius, man.
Genius. With that being said, like, where do you see, the future of I guess yourself as a music manager, the future of music managers in general? Do you think the role's gonna change because of TikTok and stuff, or?
Yeah, it's interesting. Who was I talking to about this? Someone who was an A&R for a record label we were talking about just music management in general, and he was like, the role is like moving so much more into marketing.
Yeah.
Then I think a lot of it is like business development and marketing. Like that is my day in, day out. I would say like it's making relationships and then executing the plan. And a lot of like what an artist needs to do is promote themselves. Like you need to get the track out to as many people as possible.
Yeah.
So I would say there's that. I still, obviously, I feel like I have a lot of learning to do, and there's so many things that I want to do with my artists and see them succeed, and there's so much more potential still to come. Like I feel like I'm just getting started, and I'm just only like on the very start of like the journey, and
you are like, in the best way possible, you're a fetus right now. Like there's so much. There's so much
fetus. Oh, I was like, what did you say?
what did he
I
say?
said fetus. I'm like, whoa. I was like,
Your
what
feet.
word is that? I'm like, what do you
love
mean by
feet.
that?
Your feet.
Oh, whoa.
No.
I was like, what do you mean? I was like, did you mean the fetus or something? Like, I was confused. I was like, nah.
In your
Defeat is
I'm like, what? I'm like, what word are you
defeated.
trying to say, bro?
Fetus?
Like,
you are defeated.
So,
No, but in your
you're a fetus.
trajectory of your artist, like you're just barely getting started, basically.
Yeah, like
In the
I
best
mean-
way possible, you know what I mean? Like there's so much more.
fresh out the box.
Like
Yeah.
what's that thing? Like you see the
Graphs.
like you see the
Graphs.
no, not the graphs. The
the hierarchy of needs. No.
no,
Graph?
like the avalanche. But then you see like the
Oh, the tip of the iceberg.
Iceberg.
Yeah.
Avalanche.
Avalanche.
You call it
Talking about
iceberg. Like,
avalanche. Yeah.
oh wait, why
Like
did you?
we're like both like thinking it's like
I was like, I thought
a spider diagram.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you
guys
mean
are.
X and Y axis, and you go.
I'm talking about nature.
That's what I was like, graph.
I'm talking about nature.
graph.
We need to go
iceberg.
outside more.
Yeah, literally. What's wrong with you? Sitting in your little
The thing that sunk the Titanic. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, got you.
Yeah.
them things.
Bro, I'm so lost.
Why have we never hung out before?
One thing,
Oh.
because we're gonna need to wrap it up soon.
yeah.
Wow, I can't believe it was an hour already.
Been
An hour and
over
a
an hour.
half.
An hour and a half.
But
Wow.
coming up to it. But
Yap Central.
I want to draw attention to something which I think is quite prevalent and quite important. But what is it like being a music manager in the space as a woman? Is there any is there things that you want to speak on, or things that can improve, things that we as men can help to improve in a space dominated by men?
You know, it's interesting because I've never felt any, like, I don't think I've felt any specific
injustice
like specific obstacles because I'm a woman.
Right.
I do feel obstacles when I'm from Scotland, I would say, just because I don't know, sometimes people's perception of Scotland is not accurate, I think. But that's just because of the nature of we are further away. Like, that's it. Like, it's
I hold my hand up to that ignorance. I thought Scotland had nothing
before
I came here. So
literally, like,
I hold my hand up to that
so
ignorance.
Leif was supporting this artist that are actually, like, they're pretty big now. Actually, oh no, I was gonna say you supported them. Yeah, you did support. You did support them.
SND.
But and they came and they were like, "Oh, I didn't realize that like Glasgow's a city. I thought it was gonna be like fields and stuff." I was like,
Yep. No.
Damn.
That is the ignorance.
Another thing that I did was, so my new artist Mia, she's from London, and she's like never really left London for music, so I was like,
come to Scotland.
You're coming to Scotland, and not even Glasgow. You're coming to East Kilbride to make a track.
No.
So her new
Why?
because that's where the studio is. But
what studio is in East Kilbride?
Leif studio. So
there's a studio in East Kilbride. What?
There's like loads of like recording spaces and stuff in East Kilbride. But I just find it funny that she came up from London to East Kilbride. But she's made a banger, and that's going to be her next track that's out in February. But I think like I've had like age discrimination as well because I'm young.
Pretty young,
and people thinking maybe that I'm inexperienced, or people that I've worked with in the past that have seen me really young and like maybe just still see me as being really young, whereas like I am a developing person. Because I think in Scotland you're surrounded by a lot of the same people, so like people do develop and change and grow, and like we see a lot of the same people all the time in the music industry, and like, you know, those people eventually develop and learn things. So there's that aspect to it. But yeah, I don't know. I would say like you just, with every, like something that my dad's always told me, that like with every setback, like when someone knocks you back, you're just like one more door knock away from the right answer. Like you just got to keep knocking on doors, and eventually the right one will answer. So I'm kind of at that point, and I feel like I've been very fortunate enough to like meet so many amazing people that have like inspired me. I think like going to spaces where you will get inspired is so important for me, like going and meeting new people who are better than you, like people who are more successful, like they've been doing it for a while, like just surrounding yourself with people that inspire you and you can learn from, like, is so important. I think I've been very fortunate enough to like be able to do that, and I hope I can continue to do that as well. So
for sure. I think my takeaway of what you just said there is like, I feel like that doesn't play in your mind, the fact that, oh, I'm a woman and things are gonna get, be harder for me. It doesn't. Yeah, so that doesn't like. Yeah,
it doesn't even like register. To be honest,
in your mind. So there's probably situations where that has been kind of there, but you don't even recognize it. So you're just like, I don't care. You know? It's the same way. Like I can say, I don't feel like I've ever had like a racist experience in music. It's probably been there, but I don't care about racism. Like honestly, like it doesn't bother me in a way. Like I know it's a serious kind of issue.
Say don't exist. I was
like,
no. I was about to be like, oh, you need to go.
You need to leave.
You need to go, my boy.
No, but that's why I mentioned like the thing about, you know, being a woman in this space, because I've heard stories from other women where it's not as you know, as easy, but you know, if you have that in your mind, like that's not going to stop me anyway, so who cares? You know? It's not that it doesn't exist, but
I think like surrounding yourself with good, strong, like well-headed, well-rounded women, like that helps so much as well. Because there was like one time that I met someone that was like the interaction was just like weird. And I remember like saying it to another manager, and they were like, do you know what, that doesn't even surprise me. And like to be able to like share that experience with like another woman, just like talk about it, it's like they were just like, it's fine. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, it doesn't bother me, I'll just move on to the next thing. So it's cool, you know. So yeah, it doesn't really faze me. But
I think for me, my last kind of question to leave on a bit of a high note. So what's coming up? What can we look forward to?
Excited!
Like you're always doing some mad thing. Like I'll just like see your page like, and she's like doing some conference for like it'd be like TED Talk next or something. I'll be like, yeah, let's do it. Have you done a TED Talk? No,
I helped train TEDx talkers 2 years ago in Aberdeen.
Train? Yeah. She ain't doing them, she's training them. You get what I mean? Bro, she's training people that are influential.
Nah, that's mad.
You know how what kind of influence that is?
It was my two bosses that were like actually doing the training, and I was like helping.
Nah, I'm trying to be like you still. What do you mean you're training people doing the TED Talk?
Like
let me.
And then I helped a tiny wee bit with the TED Ed, which was the high school kids, that was so cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was really fun. But yeah, what's coming next? I am speaking at an Off the Record conference about releasing music.
Oh, that's in Edinburgh.
This one's online and it's free. That is on.
You got the wrong invite.
12th of December. There is an Off the Record.
That's the decoy.
No. There is an Off the Record event in Edinburgh, but just not this one. I think it's like another.
Cool.
It's. Yeah, so there's that.
I got the wrong invite.
Tomorrow
you didn't get the invite. I didn't get an invite at all.
Tomorrow we've got the Scottish Alternative Music Awards, where Leif is nominated.
Let's
go. He's nominated, so we'll go have a good night, see what happens.
Yeah.
And then the Sammers tomorrow. Oh my, we didn't talk about the Sammers at all.
That's cool.
Yeah. We're gonna be there tomorrow.
We're gonna be there tomorrow.
Come and experience it if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Mia's got some music coming early next year, so it's all good things. All good things. Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exciting.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for coming. You're a busy lady, so
it's been good. It's been fun.
I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys.
We'll see each other tomorrow. We'll be there.
You are not gonna be there. Why are you talking like you gonna be up in this spot, bro?
I thought you were going.
He's not coming.
You told me you were coming.
You said you weren't coming.
This guy's trying to be he's trying to be an op. He's trying to say I don't have the invite. Hey, I'm packed. I got the invite.
He hasn't got the invite.
I got the invite.
That's why I think they're shaking so much. He hasn't got the invite.
You know I got the invite.
He doesn't have the
Stop that.
I might have the invite by tomorrow.
I told you I got the invite. I can give you the invite.
Hey, no, of course I got the invite. Come on, bro.
Oh, okay, of course.
Remember what we were talking about last time?
Pack
Come
in the
on.
building.
Man.
You need you know what you need. You need one of those like the like buttons that does like the siren. They're like
you know
you don't need to brag, but
like
sometimes you know you gotta tell them
you gotta let folks know.
I'm Honey Keenan. You know what I do?
Big dog.
I'm mixed by Harlequin. Do you know what I've done? Do you know what I do? Do you know what I'm gonna do next week?
Don't bring
this guy.
Scotland's finest.
Listen,
you know this guy, bro.
People need to stop bringing me in.
Are you trying to get us a sponsorship?
Highland Spring.
Sponsor us.
Repping Scotland.
Sponsor
not the
us,
sparkling
Highland
thing.
Spring. Not the sparkling one. We'll beef you.
Sparkling's busted.
We want still.
Yeah, wild.
Hey, we all got it.
Listen.
Hey guys.
I don't know if this is a product placement.
It is, but listen, it should be.
You be product placement.
Producer saying nope.
No,
Dr. Barron said nope.
Folks need to stop bringing me in this conversation about do you know who's the. I haven't done anything. I'm just a regular folk.
Do you know who this guy is?
Can we stop this?
Do you know who these people are?
Honey is out here. I'm
nowhere.
Leave me out of these conversations. You know how much I get swinging these conversations.
But that's the beauty though of what we're saying.
You're on a podcast. What are you talking about?
You're on the same podcast with me.
Yeah, I'm not talking the way you're talking.
That's true. That's true.
Nah, how am I talking? I'm not talking no anyway.
This I need to know. If you know what we do, then you know what we do.
Look, check his music out. Check her artists out. Ooh. Let me chill in peace, right?
What's the song that I really like of yours?
Everything Blasé.
Everybody
Blase.
loves Blase,
What a banger! Oh my
I
god!
need to hear this Blase tune. Hani came and spoke about this Blase.
This
Leaf
guy
came and
never
spoke
listens
about
to
the
any of my
Blase.
things.
Everything
don't-
blase. Ain't no
don't
plan
send me
B
that to listen.
when you're dealing with class A.
Is it out? No, I swear that isn't that what that was?
No,
is it out?
Block's
Stop.
hot.
Nah, wait.
But it's never Sane.
Bro, it's been out for months.
Wow.
I'm number one fan here. I just got the
No,
lyrics.
Trust me.
listen. I
It's
just
been out. Where have you been?
I got told that there's a secret tape that I don't know about. I thought Blase was off the secret tape.
Yeah, you know what I'm doing? I've been unarchiving all my old songs, so.
Send me Blase, bro. Look at that.
But yo, that's
Yep.
been the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you
Pack,
guys.
honey. Love y'all.
It's been
Peace.
fun.
Yes.
Just not.